Hello everyone and welcome to another iRacing episode. And after the events of the last episode, I was just looking to get something on the board again at this point. Have a full race and have a good go at an actual race distance. It was a bit of a struggle actually just choosing what to race with. I didn't really know what to go for the best after I decided that sticking with the Masters was probably not a good idea, as I mentioned in the last episode. I did try racing some radicals at Monza. At least I tried to drive the cars around the track, but I didn't feel anywhere near comfortable enough, and I would have had to wait a full 2 hours for the next race anyway, and the stream that I was doing this in would have been over by then. So I decided to go back to the Ferraris, but the problem there was the track. So it was on Spa, which Spa is a intimidating track at the best of times, and certainly so early in what I'm doing on iRacing, I haven't really raced a track quite that length before, and I only had about 25 minutes before the race would start to practice. In addition to that, I hadn't driven the Ferrari for a few months at this point, since basically my push to get a C license a few episodes ago. There'd been quite a gap between then and now. So I did what I could, and to be fair, I improved quite quickly, but I still felt quite far off the pace, and that was, proven to be true when I looked at some of the lap times that the quickest guys were doing. But, at this point, I just wanted to get into a race. The PC had been running iRacing for about 2 hours or so at this point, so I wasn't worried about that crashing like what happened in the previous episode. So, I thought, okay, just throw myself into it and see what happens. Qualifying came around and I managed to get a decent lap in my first lap, but I got a single off track early on, which I didn't actually notice at the time, which invalidated my entire lap. After crashing on my second lap as well, that meant I was starting at the very back in last place. If I had gotten the first lap in, or I hadn't made that tiny little mistake to get the off track, I probably would have been about mid-pack with the lap time that I got there, but as it was, I was starting at the very back, and based on my iRating, the game expected me to finish 13th in this split, which was the 5th split out of 9 total, so it was going to be a challenge, especially with my lack of pace and honestly lack of practice. So the start was quite eventful as I avoided some pretty major crashes, but also due to my camera deciding to freeze, as you might see it already. It could have done it 30 seconds earlier and I would have been able to fix it, but obviously it chose the moment that the race started, because of course it would. So sorry that you won't be seeing me during this, at least seeing me live. You're still going to see me in that top right, but I'm not going to be doing anything. There wasn't much change, to be fair. I was concentrating on the race, so all you're missing out on is, I guess, me turning the wheel. But yeah, a bit of an annoyance that happened during this race. I end up having a decent little race, as you'll see as we go through, but the reason that you're not getting the usual replay footage that you might be used to seeing from the earlier episodes is because my PC did end up crashing at the very end of the race. Thankfully it was after the race was already over, so I do actually get a full race in this time and get a result, but it was before I could save the replay footage. So with the camera freezing, the PC crashing, me not knowing where best to place my efforts when it comes to which series to race in, it's a bit of a struggle at the moment with iRacing. But they are all just teething problems of this new setup, I'm sure, and I'm going to make sure that everything is back to normal before I hop on again to do some proper racing, because especially not getting the replay footage for these races is something that I hate losing, because I just really enjoyed making these videos when I had that available, and going to the TV camera and showing the replay of certain events and how people crashed and overtakes and things like that. That was something that I really enjoyed adding to the videos, and I think really helped the videos be even better. So I'm going to make sure I get everything right and everything set up properly, so I don't need to think about it anymore when I jump on the next time. So yeah, I guess next time you'll also be able to actually watch me driving. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you enjoy the race. I think it's a pretty good one, and you can, I guess it's me coming back into it, I guess you can say, still in that mode, and it gets pretty close at the very end as well, especially on the last lap. So enjoy. Nice. Survived the first lap at Spa as well. It's got to be an achievement. God, 12th? From last to 12th? There's another one. That was a catch. For half an hour of practice, I'm pretty happy with this so far. Gotta keep it going. Stay concentrated. I did alright surviving the first couple of laps, but my lack of pace is definitely showing now. I was being caught by a few people behind, but looks like it's just one now after another person further back made a mistake, I think, so I'm going to be coming under pressure soon, I think. soon being now. Just gotta keep it neat and tidy. Too wide. Alright, this guy's been catching me for a while now. So I'm about to have a battle over 11th, I think. It's encouraging that I haven't lost a great deal of time to the 3 people in front. The gap stayed relatively consistent. Like, I keep seeing them going into the first corner as I cross the start-finish line. See, there's certainly... I managed to pull away from the guy behind a decent amount there, but then we get to this middle part of the lap and I'm just not as confident around here, and that's where I'm losing a lot of the time as well, I think. Yeah, that's not good. I was coming in at too tight of an angle there. I thought if I could keep on the inside enough to be able to still take that corner, like on the inside, it would be good, but yeah, it was too much. I had to brake. I'm not reading the chat, but I've just noticed that the light on the webcam's gone off, so I'm guessing the webcam's froze. I don't know how long it's been frozen for, but I've just noticed it now. Oh! You made a mistake? Shame I couldn't capitalise. Need to try and keep the pressure on, maybe. Maybe he'll do another mistake. Whew. Alright, one more lap to go. I'm still here. Sorry for the lack of webcam. Defended it well. Too early on the power. Corner just doesn't stop. No! Okay, let's just bring it home, I think. That was close. It was almost the same crash that I did in the qualifying. Well, this has been a challenge, throwing myself into this so early and not doing too much in the way of practice laps and being way off the pace, but I know that the webcam has broken, but at least the PC has managed to stay turned on for the entire race. And I haven't been taken out by lunatic drivers. So there's certainly things to look positively on. 12th place, one higher than what it was expecting me to do. I'll take that. Thanks for the GGs. It was an interesting race, I suppose. Sorry that the webcam froze. I'll have to fix whatever's wrong with that. But at least the PC has stayed I think the PC just crashed. Like literally just right now as I got out of the car. So I actually still lost iRating from that. Even though I finished one place ahead of what it projected me to finish, I still lost 20 iRating. Only the top 9 gained iRating in that one. My safety rating didn't change, it looks like. I did have a few incidents, but there's been no change from that. My best lap was a 2:24. Yeah, not bad, I suppose. I mean, I finished where I kind of expected I should have done, but at least there was some more consistency there this time. Maybe it's a good idea to stick with the Ferrari for a while and do like the tracks each week that the Ferrari series is doing. Like that's a possibility, rather than going in the Mazdas where it's crazy and you can get taken out. Because I only did 20 minutes of lapping around Spa, and at least I was able to get something out of it. So we're still learning.